So how do you increase your click-through rate or your conversion rate on those specific search terms?
That's not easy. Either either one, you pay for it heavily, right? Top of search dominance. And so that's where we kind of get to this point of like, is it worth it to pay for it heavily? And you can see like, okay, we'll go from 5% share to 10% share. And how much dollars is that worth it? Like, would I invest a lot into that? And then the other is, of course, like if you improve your listing, improve your reviews, improve your content, you'll slow burn, but you'll increase.
So, I mean, the expensive way is just go increase your bids so that you can dominate those keywords. And
Right.
the cheaper way, a little bit harder, you simply optimize your listing around that particular term, your pictures, your videos, or whatever. Yeah. So
Yeah,
you right?
yeah, you can look at the people who are 1, 2, and 3 and say, how are they different? Is there anything that I can do to like be closer to them? Like, and so sometimes it's like a different keyword angle or different
Well, I mean, also
content
there's
positioning angle.
reviews, there's reviews.
Right.
Yeah, right.
Sometimes
So
it's going to be hard if there's someone with 100,000 reviews and to close that gap, and that should also set your willingness to invest in that term. Because if someone has 100,000 reviews and has 10%, and you have a few conversions, but 10% is only worth however many dollars, it's not really worth it for you to invest heavily on that term.
So at the end of the day, based on our earlier discussion, if you do that bidding because it's worth it, whatever, and then you optimize, and then everything comes from that search term, you convert, really doesn't bring you any more organic traffic, right?
Because not that much. And if I could show you the page that I'm looking at that I present sometimes, the other point of it is that search terms are smaller than people think. Like 1% of a top 1,000 keyword may only be a few $1,000s a week or something like that. It's not as massive as, and so that's even if it's paid, it's not as big as you think. But then yes, to your point, there isn't like a lot of all of a sudden people are going to scroll down to page 2 and click on your organic because you're in the top.
So at the end of the day, really the concept here you are introducing is people don't have to do anything different than what they are doing to rank high on keywords and keep advertising on those specific keywords. Why? Because they need the sales velocity, right? They need the sell-through rate to be as high as possible. So how are you going to get those sales without targeting specific keywords? If you don't target anything, you're not going to have focus. You're going to waste money. So they have to keep doing that. But what you are really saying is, do not think that is going to bring you organic traffic for those keywords. It's going to do is it's going to rank up your BSR, and then that increase in your BSR will give you the organic traffic. That's what you are saying.
That's right. And so it's don't overspend on those big ones. If and find the cheaper conversions. And so the way that we do it is we look at all the different formats and targeting types, and we test them all and say, okay, what are the lower costs? Because sometimes the biggest, most appealing looking category terms are just expensive. And we say, you know what, if it's not a good deal, we'll just spend on the lower cost, like long tail type keywords.